Aliyah Boston issues three-word response to Caitlin Clark and company. After Fever, win versus Dream. The Indiana Fever are still alive. Everyone feared Caitlin Clark's absence on the court would ruin the prospects, but it was the 16,682 fans packed inside Gainbridge Fieldhouse who made sure hope stayed alive. The Fever's comeback was on full display in their 77-60 victory. Playing without Clark and four other sideline teammates, Indiana leaned on a roaring home crowd and suffocating defense to deliver the knockout. Not a single Atlanta Dream player managed to crack the 15-point mark, a defensive clinic that forced Aliyah Boston to sum it all up. Emotions are high, is how Aliyah Boston summed it up after the Fever's massive 17-point win over the Dream after losing by 12 points the other night. Indiana not only secured their first playoff victory since 2015 but also played their first postseason game at Gainbridge Fieldhouse since 2016, and it truly was a night to remember. But not Boston. Caitlin Clark may have summed up the emotions best. CC was lost for words as she watched the crowd erupt when Lexi Hall buried a clutch three to cap off a 5-0 run in the final 10 seconds of the third quarter, pushing Indiana's lead to 15, their biggest of the night. After the game, Clark took to X and wrote, "Can't explain what I felt in this moment. But is it the first time CC is witnessing history in the making?" Caitlin Clark isn't exactly a stranger to electric atmospheres. In fact, she helped rewrite history when Iowa opened its 2023-24 season with the crossover at Kinnick. On October 15th in 2023, more than 55,000 fans packed into Kinnick Stadium to watch the Hawkeyes take on DePaul in the first women's basketball game ever played outdoors in a football stadium. The result? A 94-72 Iowa win and an NCAA single-game attendance record for women's hoops. So, when she says she can't explain what she felt in Indiana, you know it was something truly special. After an 80-68 collapse in Game 1, the Fever bounced back with authority in Game 2. This time, they controlled the game on both ends of the floor. Offensively, they looked far sharper. Aliyah Boston, 15 points, and Natasha Howard, 12, stepped up alongside Kelsey Mitchell to give Indiana 3 double-digit scores. The Fever also found their rhythm from deep, knocking down 8 triples after managing just 2 in the series opener. The Fever locked in defensively as well, holding Atlanta to its second lowest scoring output of the season and just 5 of 19 from deep. Star guards Ryan Howard and Alisha Gray, who averaged a combined 35.9 points per game in the regular season, never found their rhythm, finishing with only 19 points on a rough 7-for-25 shooting night. This group has continued to show their heart and their character, night in and night out, head coach Stephanie White said, as her Fever now chase their first playoff series win since 2015. The challenge? A return trip to Georgia, where they'll step into the Gateway Center once more with everything on the line. Caitlin Clark, meanwhile, earned praise for something she did even before tip-off. Caitlin Clark makes the playoff game extra special for ball kids. The 2025 season was meant to be Caitlin Clark's big leap toward MVP territory. Instead, a series of quad and groin injuries limited her to just 13 appearances for the Fever. Still, in those games she put up 16.5 points, 5.0 rebounds, and 8.8 assists per contest, numbers that showed flashes of what could have been. And even when sidelined, Clark never disappeared. She was courtside for her teammates, bringing energy from the bench, and always found time to greet fans, signing autographs and snapping photos with those who traveled just to see her. But tonight, Caitlin took it to a whole different level. As reported by Fieldhouse Files reporter Scott Agnes, the 23-year-old surprised the Feverball kids working the game with a pair of her Player Edition Kobe V Protros. These shoes come in midnight navy, bright crimson, and university gold, to match Indiana's colors and retail for $190 on Nike's site. But for those kids, they were going to be priceless. The Feverball kids weren't the only lucky ones. Caitlin also gifted a pair to her coaching staff and even the Butler Bulldogs men's basketball team, where her boyfriend Connor McCaffrey is an assistant coach. CC really made sure nobody got left out. But for now, all eyes turn back to the playoffs. The job isn't finished yet. The The Fever still have to topple the Dream if they want to keep their postseason alive. Can this depleted yet resilient Indiana squad keep its playoff journey going? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.